Hey guys, Nitesh here, and this is going to be probably one of very few videos about Overwatch. Basically, I just want this to be kind of a things to know before you buy. It comes out next week, and I kind of feel like, especially with Blizzard games, it's very easy to get caught up in hype. So, wanna just kind of just go over real quick, good, the bad, the ugly, you know, that kind of thing. Alright, so let's start with just what exactly it is. It's a team-based competitive multiplayer FPS. So this game has a heavy emphasis on team composition. You know, making sure the characters on your team can balance out the characters on the other team. Sometimes it works a little better than others, and that's where the skill element comes in. To kind of list a few other games in, you know, the same style, the same vein. We could talk about Team Fortress 2, which was a very rudimentary form of this. I cannot even excuse taking that many hits. I mean, my excuse is this was a very early game. This was captured back in the open beta, and yeah, I was still learning how these characters worked. So, that's another good thing right there. At any point between respawns, you can change what your character is. Just completely switch to another one. Which means you can always be the character your team happens to need at the time. So, like right there, I was playing as Torbjorn. Then the game kinda circled around to where Torbjorn wasn't really what was needed, and I switched to McCree. And you can do that. Battleborn, which is a game that this game gets compared to a lot, can't really do that. You're kind of stuck with whoever you've got. So you can very much end up on a team with no tanks. And you gotta just make that work. Like I mentioned, the characters on each team balance each other out. Everyone's got their natural counter. Kinda actually says something about, you know, future characters, future releases, that basically they're gonna be making that probably free for everyone, because if they don't, then they're completely disrupting the balance. Say what you will about Hearthstone and Blizzard balancing things, they only mess up balance when they've already messed it up. They tend to be pretty good about, like, the start of it. The bad. This game is a multiplayer, team-based, competitive FPS, and the versus mode is the only mode. There's no campaign. There's no single player. There's no anything at all beyond the versus mode. There's no progression. It's just a sort of jump in, play some games, and just let that be it. Not gonna be what everyone's looking for. I'll say one thing. The lack of a campaign mode means that, for me, there's just no comparison between this and Battleborn. And, you know, I'm the kind of person who really likes campaign modes. I like plots. There's a lot of lore in this game, but none of that's actually in the game. All of that is in these like side, outside the game things. But yeah, let me just say that if you're looking for a game to be more than just the multiplayer, you're not gonna find it here. To be fair here, the multiplayer is really well done. It's just kind of a shame that's all there is. That is a pair of tracers, and I still don't know how to play this game. So, anyway, yeah, on to a new character. Spoiler alert, I'm bad with her too. Also, there are a few things that they might want to look at in terms of like balance. I'll tell you one thing. Open beta, the Roadhog hook shotgun combo killed me more than anything else total.
There is still much to be done.
And yeah, I'm not the best at the game. I think I'm proving that point pretty well. But there was just kind of no counter to it. Okay, anyway. So, let's talk about the ugly. This is kind of going to be unrelated reasons why you might feel a little iffy about getting this game. Let's start with something dishonest. Something that's said about this game by commentators and by Blizzard themselves that is flat out untrue. The price point. I cannot believe I just stood there and got killed like that. That is depressing. You might hear people saying the game is $40. Well, not necessarily. Are you getting the game on console? Congratulations, it's $60. If you're getting the game on PC, then you can get it for $40. So what's the difference? The $60 edition comes with extra DLC. However, one thing that's said about this far too much is that there's no paid DLC. Paid DLC is exactly what the Origins edition is. It's paid DLC. And the thing is, console players have no choice. They have to pay for the DLC. So, keep that in mind. Is it worth the $60? Arguably, Blizzard doesn't think so. Now the other thing. The beta. This was actually a sticking point for me. I kind of feel like the way they handled the beta was a little disrespectful. It was disrespectful to average players. That they were constantly getting passed up for, you know, the big streamers, the big channels. And I get, you know, getting the word out about your game. You can't just give it away. But we're talking about a beta. A beta that they later let everyone get into for free anyway. So, yeah. I feel like it's fair to feel a little disrespected by that. But anyway, do I recommend it? Well, I don't know. If you listen to the points I raised, does it sound like something you'd want to get? That's gonna be your choice. It's your value judgment. But hopefully, this video helps you make that a little better. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next time.